Good morning. I guess most of the hikers have already taken off for the northbound or southbound. We're heading toward Davenport Gap, which is beyond the Smokies, so we'll be dropping in our tag at some point as we leave the Smokies. And we're going to lose a lot of altitude today. Can't remember exactly how much, but it's quite a long way. Davenport Gap, just beyond the shelter. And the shelter is like, I can't remember, 14 miles, something like that. But being downhill, it'll just be hard on the knees, and it shouldn't be that bad to get there. I noticed on GetHook that when you go to load the next map, it unloads the previous map. So since we're kind of near the border, it's kind of hard to tell where the next available shelter is at the moment. I guess at the Gap, people can get off, and parking lot, and there might be trail magic down there, who knows. But anyway, it's going to be a long walk downhill after we go up a bit here. I think there's one little bump we have to climb as well on the way down. Some viewpoints and a fire tower, as I recall. So I'll probably take the side trail to go to the fire tower. And it's blue sky right now, and the sun is out. And although it's a little bit cool here in the shade, I've got my raincoat on. I'll be taking that off probably before I even start the trail. And yeah, sleeping was a bit so-so last night. People always making noises. Haven't had a solid night's sleep for a while. It doesn't seem to be affecting me too much. Had chocolate granola this morning with chocolate milk, or hot chocolate poured over top of it and mixed in with a little water. It was very, very chocolatey. And on top of that, I had some chocolate peanut M&Ms. So real chocolatey day. Today's Monday, and yeah, should be okay. Probably sweaty, but another bad hair day. They all will be. Well, this will probably be the last I'll see of all the evergreens. I drop in altitude. It won't be so cold. Hence, it won't be Canada-like. I was told the first day we were coming in that the high altitude was similar to Canada. And I thought, well, wonder what that would be other than evergreens. And it's been quite a bit of that. So I guess we'll be going down to the deciduous trees, and it'll be much brighter green as opposed to this dark green. And the temperatures will be noticeably warmer. It got considerably cooler as the night went on. I went from having my quilt at my waist and my down jacket open to doing up my down jacket to later pulling the quilt up to my shoulders, then finally putting the down hat on my head, which made a big difference. As soon as I put it on, like, oh yeah, I feel much warmer now. So I'm glad I brought that. But I guess once we're out of the Smokies, won't be needing that down hat. I won't be needing the merino wool long johns that I brought for the Smokies, because I never wore them here. It's just that one night in the sassafras when the temperature got pretty low and the high wind and the rain, So I'll hang on to them a little bit longer until it's definitely summer-like. Then I'll be mailing that off to Peter. Probably along with that, they say you should hang on to the puffy jacket because it can get cool in the evening and it hardly weighs anything. So I probably will. And I hear when it gets pretty muggy and mosquitoes and all further north that people take siestas in their tent during the heat of the day. And then about 5 o'clock, get up and hike until midnight or something, just to make it more bearable. I can imagine what that would be like. Sweltering heat, mosquitoes all around you, head on, and carrying a 30-pound pack, or whatever it might be at that time. So, kind of not looking forward to that, but that won't be for a little while, I hope. A lot lower elevation. Come from south. Can't see the north here. Oh, for the amount of time it took to walk in and out, and that I sat there just recovering in the shade with my bottle of water. Probably an hour has passed, or as much, or will be, by the time I get back to the AT. And Rufus probably has gone by, and he'll get to the shelter and think, where's Michael? Did he go on? He caught me just as I was leaving my lunch break, about 45 minutes. And there's a little bit of a climb to get up here, but I'm sure he's come and gone easily 15-20 minutes ago, minimum. So maybe I'll catch him, maybe I won't. But he'll be surprised one way or the other. Shelters have an area like this where it's designated toilet area. Well, we're not talking about just peeing against a tree or something. You gotta dig your hole 6 inches deep, do your business, bury your paper, bury your stuff, cover it up nice, and then walk away. Well, this shelter is a little different in that it's got a barricade, well, a cage around the entrance rather than a tarp, and that's because this is a high bear activity area, and the food is kept in the shelter rather than up a rope. It's the only place they do that here in the Smokies. It's the last place on last shelter on this end of the Smokies. I had thought that we were leaving today actually, but that would be tomorrow. I think another mile or two down the path we get to a gap, and that is where the drop-off box is. So I'm mistaken there. There's a bit of a long walk today, but it was added to by going to the observatory platform, which is not. I was expecting a fire lookout tower or something like that, but it's really just a platform on a outcrop of rocks. Pretty one. The interior space, all the windows are all frosted, so you don't see anything at all from inside. So I don't know what the use of that would be, other than possibly to camp there overnight, although you're not supposed to. The 3 guys that were beside me when I was recording video, I've met them a couple times on the trail already, and they were going to stay there for the night unless the trail runner kicked them out or something like that. Anyway, it would be a nice place to be, and I'm sure the view in the morning would be spectacular because it was a nice view, to be sure. Tomorrow we're going to go up, something like 3,500 feet, 11 miles to Groundhog Shelter, Groundhog something shelter. It'll be a bit of a walk because, like I say, it'll be uphill, whereas today was pretty much all downhill. So it'll be back to business as usual. A lot of sweating, a lot of liquid, and we might pop into the Standing Bear farm. Apparently they serve alcohol there, and beer, that type of thing, and might make the effort to stop for a brew or soda or something like that along the way. But barring that, it's supposed to be a nice day, although fish, as we call them with a P, said that it will be rainy for the next couple days after that. Don't know if that's true or not. Don't have any cell reception, so I cannot check it myself or text anyone to find out. So I'll expect that it will be raining just the way it is. You can't avoid it all the time. And our goal is hot springs. We're definitely going to take a, excuse me, I don't know if that was a little bit of dinner or if that was a fly. But we'll be staying there at least for the night. Whether we take another zero or not, I don't know. That'll be my next chance to upload some video. Anyway, that'll probably be it for tonight. And see you bright and early tomorrow morning.